So if you live in Halifax, you're probably familiar with Metro Transit. It's the public transportation system for the city. It's fun, it's fast, it's reliable, and it's really none of those things. Who are we kidding here?
At PLANifax, we really like to talk about public transit. That clip you just saw was from the first video we ever made, and I have to admit, we like to complain about transit, like a lot. But I think in the back of our minds, we're all rooting for it, because regardless of whether you use the buses or not, we like the idea that our transit system doesn't suck. In another video we made this summer, we ran simulations testing how initiatives like transit priority signals and bus lanes could help make buses more reliable and faster. In our case study of a route between Scotia Square and Lacewood Terminal, we found that these interventions would make the buses 42% faster, which would make them faster than cars.
How about that? Wow.
And just last week, the HRM had a public open house on transit priority corridors for Bayers Road. But what they were really talking about were bus lanes. Yes, we're finally going to have bus lanes in Halifax. In fact, we might have a whole network of them. The city is first looking into bus lanes for Bayers Road and Gottingen Street, but the plan is to have them connect to lanes going all the way down Yonge Street and Roby Street. This is huge. But this video isn't about how to improve transit, it's about what it takes to change it. Because projects like this take time, cost money, and most of all, they cause controversy. For the bus lanes on Bayers Road, there are still a few properties that the HRM needs to buy before they can actually start the project. And we can expect some backlash on the handful of parking spaces that need to be removed along this stretch of Bayers Road between Uppercuts Barbershop and Look Ho Ho Chinese Food. But the main controversy is likely going to be around Gottingen Street. Even before any plans were announced for the bus lane, the business community on Gottingen voiced a lot of opposition, publishing their views in several newspapers. And they make some fair points. There are already 10 bus routes on Gottingen Street, and during rush hour, they're really loud. It kind of makes it hard to hear. Let's just say it doesn't make for a great patio experience. Adding bus lanes here could make that problem worse. And of course, there's also the question of parking. There's a good number of parking spots that need to be removed in order for this bus lane to happen. Many are concerned that this will slowly kill the businesses on Gottingen Street. However, the actual economic impact of these bus lanes is debatable. Let's not forget that transit users are customers too. But even us at PLANifax are a little curious to see how the city plans to fit a bus lane on Gottingen Street. I mean, parts of it are really skinny. It doesn't look like there's enough space. I guess we'll have to see. However, what we do know is that Gottingen Street kind of makes sense for transit. The buses that already go through the street stop by popular destinations such as the Local, the Seahorse, and the Marquee, aka Hipster Cheers. And it's not just businesses we need to consider. Gottingen Street is home to a public library, a community center, and a lot of housing complexes with people that really rely on the buses. Prioritizing buses on the street could make a huge difference for them. But at the end of the day, this conversation isn't just about Gottingen Street or Bayers Road. It's about transit. Bus lanes might make our buses faster or more reliable, but what really improves transit is political will and public support. We really like to complain about the buses in Halifax, but is anyone willing to stand up for them? There's an online survey available asking for your opinion on these bus lanes, and there's a public meeting coming up regarding the bus lanes on Gottingen Street this Monday. It's expected to be a heated event, but if you care about this issue, I think you should check it out. Hi there. Are you tired of paying for expensive tour buses? Do you want to take the most inefficient route around town? Well then, the Bus 10 is for you.